Hey, you! Yeah, you. If you clicked on this video, then you're just as equally insane as me. But, let's be equally insane together. And so, the day was Friday. I was in my bed, just chilling, when I decided to watch Minecraft videos. Specifically, Minecraft theory videos. And I had a thought. What if the Nether was actually the original Overworld realm? I can make a video out of this. Let's get to it then, shall we? But before we start, I just want to say this is heavily inspired by Game Theory's videos on Minecraft, but flipped. His theory was that the ancient builders went to the Nether and End to escape the zombie plague and monsters. But, in my theory, the roles are reversed. Anyways, to the evidence we shall go. Alright, first off, the structures. Specifically, the Nether Fortress, Bastion, and Ruined Nether Portal. These three structures are interesting because, unlike all the other structures in the Nether, these are known to be made by humans, or some type of creature that resembles a human. Because in the Nether Fortress and Bastion, there are bricks, a block that doesn't spawn naturally. It has to be artificially made by a player. Let's take a look at the Nether Fortress. Its shape resembles that of a castle, or a fort. Obviously, I know that's in the name, Nether Fortress, but what I'm saying is that what if the Nether Fortress used to be castles, bridges, or military forts around civilization for protection? Like a royal army's post they would stay at and defend the kingdom. Alright, now let's take a closer look at the Bastion. Destroyed structure made partly of bricks, a player-built block. Now, fun fact for you, Bastions can spawn in every Nether biome except for basalt deltas. Now, I would say that the basalt deltas have very little lava. Sure, they have lots of small pockets and pools of lava, but I haven't seen many lava seas like in the normal Nether wastes. This might be related to the cracked bricks used to make bastions. They might be cracked because of the rise in temperature. And since every bastion type has some cracked bricks in it, it makes sense to not put it in the basalt delta. And finally, the ruined Nether portals. I think that the reason that these are connected to the theory is when the old race of people were going through the portal, they pulled a dream play and blew up the portal just as they went through. And they left tools and items in chests just in case they need to go back in a hurry. Why would they go back? I don't know, that's for a different time. But stepping away from structures, let's look at the Nether itself. The structure of the Nether is that of a cave, a big open space that has a roof on top, which means it would catch and hold heat. The heat rising from the civilization burning fossil fuels, making inventions, and just being there made something kind of like global warming, except it was impossible to fix. That is why it's so hot in the Nether. It has too much heat trapped inside. That would explain the seas of lava and fire everywhere. It would also explain magma blocks. Magma blocks might have been sand on beaches, turned to rock from extreme heat being right next to a boiling sea. And speaking of blocks, let's look at the blocks from the Nether. Let's start off with netherrack. I say it might have been dirt, being heated so much that it became a hard, rocky substance. Let's take a closer look at its color. A deep maroonish sort of red, something that you might get when dirt heats up. How about blackstone? Since it is found in veins and is all around the basalt deltas, I think that it might be scorched stone. It got so hot that it became completely charged and a deep charcoal black.
But riffraff, what about gravel? That would probably change into something, right?
Well, that's where you're wrong. Now hear me out, even I think this is a bad excuse. But in the game of Minecraft, gravel doesn't burn. It doesn't get destroyed by lava, which might explain why it's still in the Nether. And finally, soul sand. Buckle up, everyone, cause this is about to get a little dark. I think that soul sand is from people who didn't live through the intensifying heat. And we know that souls have some sort of power in these realms, because when you kill a mob, you get experience points, which you could then use to enchant your tools and weapons with magic. I think that people that didn't make it died and their soul was absorbed by this world's ground and turned into soul sand. Now, on a bit of a happier note, let's do one final thing for this part. Yes, this video will be a two-parter, and look at the mobs. How about piglins? The piglins and zombified piglins are creatures that are obsessed with gold and live in the bastions. I think that these were normal pigs, but they evolved quickly to adjust to the immense amount of heat. And zombified piglins? Well, if you didn't know, when a piglin of any kind is spawned in the overworld, after a short period of time, it becomes zombified. My reason that this happens is that since piglins are so used to the high amount of heat, going to a place that is significantly cooler than where they inhabit sends them into shock. It confuses their body, and this part I can't really explain, but starts some sort of accelerated rotting process, except they still live. They become husks of themselves because of the dramatic drop in heat. And their obsession with gold? Well, it's the only native ore in the Nether, and the only tools the original humans left behind. And yes, I know that there are diamonds in the Nether fortresses, chests, but I think they still use gold because it's so common. You can go to the Nether and in less than 5 minutes see 12 different veins of gold, depending on where you spawn. And piglins only spawn in places with exposed nether gold, everywhere but basalt deltas. So that's it. The Nether was an alternate version of the overworld we inhabit today. It got so hot from people living there that it started to turn the world into a pot of heat and lava. The civilizations that lived there tried to find ways to escape, to get to a different realm, and it worked, though millions died in the process, blowing up the portals they came through so nothing could get through, and leaving once a thriving world in ruin and in flames. But that's just a theory. Okay, no, I can't use that. Oh well, thanks for watching this video. And if you don't mind, it'd really help me out if you could like and subscribe, since this is only my second video on the channel. And big thanks to Game Theory for inspiring this video. A link to his channel will be in the description. Anyways, that's all from me. See ya!